All right, guys. Hey, this is the first YouTube channel I am going to make for a new project I have. I just want to make a 5-minute YouTube upload every single day where I sit and talk into the camera about some topic. My only rule for myself this early in the game is that I want as much as possible, ideally completely 100%, to never use filler words while I'm talking, like or Beyond that, I've got no concrete plans. I obviously don't have any high expectations for this channel. I just broke the rule for the first time. Nota bene. I don't have any big expectations for this channel. I probably will find few, if any, viewers, but I do want to practice being a more articulate person. And I think talking for 5 straight minutes about a topic every day will build up my capacity to talk fluently about topics that matter in my day-to-day life, with family members, with coworkers, and even with people whom I encounter at the checkout line at the grocery store, or a cashier at some place I go and order food. I want to be able to have sustained conversations with people, and I tend to run out of things to say very quickly. And that is my primary motivation for starting this YouTube channel, is to be someone who has things to say in his real life. Broke my rule again. But to be someone who has things to say in his everyday life and who can carry conversations. And actually, I will pause and say I have one other goal in terms of developing the ability to speak articulately at length, besides just being able to speak at length in a sustained way in my workplace, with my family and friends, with people I encounter, strangers out in public. I have one other goal, and that is I have plenty of ideas in my head, plenty of things that I think about, and plenty of opinions that I develop. But when it comes to actually unpacking my thoughts and ideas for other people, I find it very difficult to do. As I say, you can ask me about politics, about culture, about what is a good way for a person to behave in a given situation, or what is a bad way for a person to behave. And I get to those opinions that I have through a series of steps that go on in my mind, and even to some extent in my body, but they tend to be very nonverbal. It tends to be like a pinball banging back and forth really fast in a pinball machine and then landing at a finishing spot. And I can tell you where the ball landed. You know, I can explain to you what the finishing spot is. But if you say, oh, wow, that's interesting, can you tell me more about that idea of yours or that opinion? Even with people I'm very close to, I have a lot of trouble articulating why I think the things I think. And probably like most people, the opinions I have, I think are correct. I think they have merit. And yet when you can't explain why you think X instead of Y, then it seems to the people you're speaking to like there's not much behind X. And I think that's not true. I think when I say X, it does reflect a real process that went on inside myself that drew on a lot of the areas of wisdom that we as people can draw on. But it's a very opaque process with me. I'm not good at articulating why I think the things I think. And I also hope that as I make these 5-minute videos each day a different topic, who knows what that topic will be. I think a lot of the time I'll be choosing my topic an hour before I make the video or 5 minutes before I make the video. But whatever the topic is, simply practicing articulate speech will help me in time to be able to tell people why I think the things I think about all different sorts of topics in all different parts of my life. And that's something I want. A, to be able to be more convincing in situations where I have to be convincing, but B, because I think it would just be satisfying to be able to share with people more of myself, you know, not just I think X, but this is the organism or the organismic actions and reactions that occurred in me that lead me to think X. So that's my first video. It will be 24 hours and I will be back again. If you do stumble on this video and you have watched all the way to the end, thanks for doing so. Leave a comment, not to make juice my algorithm, because again, I have zero ambitions for this channel, but just leave a comment because I am trying to be someone who connects with others and lives outside his own head. And if you're out there in the world, give a shout out. I'll try to write something back and we'll go from there. Thank you.